happy friends. It is time to get creative. How are you doing? How's everybody doing this evening? I'm Ann with Whimsically Knotted, and I welcome you to my page. I normally try to go live Mondays and Thursdays at 6:30 Eastern time. It doesn't work out all the time due to my hubby's appointments and different things. So my goal is to come on Mondays and Thursdays, but I'll definitely be on at 6:30 Eastern at least twice a week. So if I don't make it on those 2 days, please give me some grace and I'll hop on a different day. I am looking forward to creating with you this evening. We are going to add some things to the back side of these little lamps that we've created the other day. Let me find us on my iPad real quick. And that way, hopefully I'll be able to see comments, because you know how that goes. Sometimes I don't see anything because I've got my phone turned around. I guess I didn't really have to because there's no writing on here, but I like it when you guys see the things the right way. So welcome everybody, looking forward to seeing you here. Hello, Miss Carlene. And let me show you one thing real quick. This is the lamps that we've created the other day, Monday. We created these two cute little lamps. And let me hold this one up. See how it is aged around here? I used that dark wax over that Crackle and aged that out a little bit. And then I went real lightly across the background color. This one I did not. Do you see the difference in the two? What a difference that little bit of dark wax made, that sealing wax. How different they look. And here is the other one, so you can see that one. Make sure I got them right side up. I got nope, picked up the wrong one. Hold that thought. There we go. You see how different they look? So I am going to still apply that dark wax onto this one, but if you don't like the grungy dark look, you can leave it just like that. Now I got to look which one the middle one is. This one is the middle one, because I want to put them in the order that I want them to be. I've already started with the paint. This is a dark walnut from Minwax. I stained the backs with that, and it is the dark walnut Minwax water-based stain, just to speed up the process a little bit. And then I used light buttermilk, chip brush, and let me turn it down so you can see what is going on down here. You don't need to be seeing me. And I put my paint on the back of the transfers. That shiny part from the transfers holds the paint really well. You can see the little paint palette right here. And I just load my brush and I float it a little bit. And I normally just hold it in my hand, and I start kind of on the little bit on the edge coming in and just apply it. And then I'll go back to my palette and pick up a little bit what's on the palette, not the full paint, just a little bit here and there. And the more you go across, the more it will blend in. You see how you just have really dark streaks? The more you go over, the more of a blended look that will be. And I'll show you what I mean. You see how that is more blended? That's what you get if you go over it several times like this. You will get that blended look. See how that is blended now? See the difference? And I want a little bit of both. I want a little bit blended and I want a little bit of a rustic look. I want it to, like the paint has been coming off. I'm going to add a little bit more to this one. Like I said, these little, and I didn't take it all the way down either. I just left some of that brown edge. These little papers come in handy. So let's dry these up real quick. Because in order to add transfers, we gotta have it pretty dry. Hello, Miss Bonnie. Thank you for sprinkling out the whimsy. And I purposefully left room on the top and the bottom. I want it to look like it's been around for a while, like the paint is falling off, like a rustic little, I didn't want a solid background. There are so many different ways that you can achieve a background. And I just wanted to show you a couple of different ways to do that. Take my 120 sanding block, sand that off. I got to make sure that I'm laying them back down in the right position. Because we don't want our bunnies to go on backwards. He's in the right way. She's in the right way. And that one's in the right way. I'm going to start with the middle one. Can you guys see good enough? Hope our internet is holding up good. We switched to a different provider, so I'm hoping that you can see good. Okay. This one is going to be a bit middle one. And this is out of the Little Bunny Daydreams set from Essential Stencil, and I forgot to link it. I'll go back and link it. And we are going to use 3 different pieces out of that set. And is that guy not adorable? And these do not have any eggs on here, so you can leave them out all through the spring. Does the screen look blurry to you, or is it good? Is it because it's trying to focus? My screen keeps jumping, and I'm not doing nothing. Tell me if you guys have issues, because I want to make sure that you guys can see. Again, with our transfers, you peel them apart. Do not let this touch anything, because that will come off and then you'll be missing part of your bunny. Do not touch the design part, touch the clear parts. Hover on where you want this to be. And I want my little guy like all the way over on the edge right here. That's where I want to put him or her. You can see good. My screen keeps going like this. It just keeps pulsating on my iPad. I hope that is not, I hope you guys don't see that. Because if that is the case, then I'm going to have to figure out something different. I don't like that. I always rub it in with my hand to make sure that it is down. I go from the middle up and out. And that's the reason why I went ahead and done the other 2 blocks, so we wouldn't have to sit here and wait on this so long, because you know the transfers take a minute, and we're putting 3 transfers on each block, and then we're going to seal that with Mod Podge, and then we're going to put our 2-step Crackle or 2-component Crackle from Pent Art on here. Have you ladies checked out all the restocks yet? I'm like, good Lord, they've restocked a lot of stencils. And there is still some good deals available, good sales going on. Hop on over to the Essential Stencil page and see what's going on. The Stencil of the Month Club, that's a monthly subscription club, is debuting their new set. The ambassadors have shown some of the things with creative things with them. And for the life of me, I cannot remember now. Oh, it is the I call it Sea Life. Is it Sea Life Chinoiserie or is it Ocean Chinoiserie? I cannot remember, but it has an overlay for all the main components, and it is pretty stunning. I know not everybody is a coastal crafter, but as like I've said it before, I have a room in my house and my bathroom is coastal. I've got coastal things because we like going to the beach, and I've picked up seashells and things, and I'm like, I don't have nowhere to display them, so I created my bedroom and my guest bathroom. They are decorated in lighthouse. I love lighthouses, so it just lent itself to decorate with sea life things. So, and that's what I did. So, even if you're not a coastal crafter, there is still people that will like certain coastal things that they will put in their house. And you have 2 options. You have a premium plan, which is 12 by 16 stencils. You get a 3-pack every month when you join the club, or you can choose an 8 by 6 that is also 3, and that is normally a combination of the premium and the add-on. You have a option for the add-on, which is a 12 by 16 as well, that coordinates. And I think this time it's like different seashells and maybe seahorse. It's just smaller things. And you can create so many different things with that. Our little bunny is on. And now I'm going to take the flowers. This is the bigger bunch of the flowers. And I'm going to add them right here, but I am going to put the bottom of the flowers on the bottom so I don't have to put a ground under there. So let's do that real quick. And all of these 3 bunnies will coordinate with one another. Each of them will have a flower and a butterfly. And when you put this on, just make sure that you get those little stems really good, because it is hard to make them transfer. Sometimes you just overlook that they have not transferred. It's not doing that. Oh, good, because I was worried that you couldn't see well. I'm like, we just got new internet. We switched to kinetic internet from Spectrum. And it is supposed to be better. It's fiber, so it's supposed to be better. So I'm hoping that I will have better service and better connectivity. But we just switched, so it's still new. So I value your input when you tell me that, you know, you can see well and it is not blurry and you don't have any issues. That's important to me so that I can evaluate whether that was a good move or not. And one other thing with transfers, our surface has to be what? Let me know in the comments. How does our surface have to be? What do we need in order to get these transfers to adhere well? I know you guys know it. Oh, good. I'm glad. Dry surface. Absolutely. Dry, oil, wax-free, even lotion from your hands. And the other thing, too, it has to be dust-free, lint-free. Like if you have sanded, make sure you clean that off so you don't have little sanding debris on your block. All of those things will help you for good adhesion on your transfers, and that they will adhere really well. The main thing is dry. I cannot stress it enough to make sure that your surface is dry. If you're in a hurry, if you're in a time crunch, you know, dry them with your heating tool. If you can wait, that is the best thing. Especially if you use like watered down paint to use it as a stain, make sure that that is dry. There's our first little guy. And see, you can sit it out this way or you can sit it out that way. All right, guy number 2. Look how cute. Just absolutely adorable. I just love these. I just think they are just too cute. I always panic, make sure that it is sitting the right way. And yes, I am going to come back and put a little bit of ground underneath. I love her little bonnet hat. But these are all coordinating pieces, similar colors, similar bunnies or lambs on the other side, similar backgrounds that go well with one another. And you can even have a bunny and a lamb sitting out. So you have a lot of options to display these. You can sit them on a shelf, tiered tray. I know tiered tray are not as popular anymore. You can sit them in a basket, you know, elevated with some moss or some greenery in there, and sit them in there. Put them on a book stack. So many different ways you can put these up on a desk, in the kitchen. They can find a home. And on these bunnies, make sure that you get their little whiskers. You don't leave the whiskers off. And I go all the way around like I've said it before, and then I go towards the middle. I put my thumb down to make sure that it is not gonna release before I am completely finished. I heard it release and everything is on. And you can leave it just like that. You can make just a small block and set it just like that. And see how much smaller these flowers are? Thank you, Carlene. I know, they are just so cute. And these flowers are just perfect with them. And again, I am putting it all the way to the bottom because I want to make sure that I don't have to put no ground under them. And I purposefully put these bunnies in this order. So that I can arrange them in a certain way. That is the way that I picture them. You can arrange them in any way, but that is the way that I picture them. And see how easy it is to get this on here. It is so quick, so fast. And you have a really beautiful look because these look like they're hand painted on here. My husband, bless his heart, he thinks that they're painted. I was like, my gosh, those are so real looking. And I'm like, they are. And see, there's nothing left on our carrier sheet. And this one has got to get a little butterfly. And see, that butterfly is smaller. Let's see, this one is going that way. I'm going to make this one go this way. And then it just all coordinates with one another. That's why I love the transfers. They are put together to where you can make coordinating pieces that will work with each other. And you can even, if you like book stacks, you can even put these on book stacks. Get your book, paint it or Mod Podge over it if it has already got a good color, and then you can just add that to a book. And this is our last one. And for the last one, I chose this cute little guy. And I gotta look because I cannot remember which way. Thinking I'm gonna set him, yeah, this way. This one was going this way. And the reason why I don't want to put the flowers on, oh, I could. Let's see. The crown of flowers is a little bit wider on this side. So I was thinking to put the flowers on this side. And put my little butterfly on here. Like that. Now I'm second guessing myself. No, I'm gonna do it this way. So I gotta get my alright, you guys tell me, should I do, I wanted to do this one different because otherwise, if I do it this way, then it'll look the same as this one. That's why I was thinking to put the butterfly on the other side, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I just answered my own question. Let me get this flower bush in here. Let's see. Sometimes I just second guess myself. Either way, it will look great. Whether you put him this way or that way, he will look great either way. She, oh, a little bunny. You guys believe that we're already in the middle of March and it is almost time for Easter? If you guys checked out the restocks, is there anything in there that you are eyeing or you are waiting on to restock? If there's any patterns, I haven't even looked, to be honest with you. I haven't had a chance to really dive into what all has been restocked. But if there's patterns, or anytime there is anything available on sale, get the alphabets or words, patterns, because those are so versatile. Those are so good for anything, because we could add a little word to this. So patterns, words, alphabets are timeless. You can use them for anything and you can create anything with them. So those are staples that I normally pick up. Because they are just amazing. You can do so much with them. You can always use patterns for backgrounds or sides. You could add pattern around here. Not necessarily as a background, but like around the edges. I need to create more with patterns because they are just so versatile. What are some ideas that you have, or what are staples that you look for in stencils that you always pick up when they're available? And don't forget to get tools, brushes. There's 3 different sets of brushes. And if you're interested in the Stencil of the Month Club, if you have not been a member, if you're interested, want to know more about it, go to stencilofthemonthclub.com, read all about it. And if you are new, then you can use my code WK21 and you can get the 8x6 for the first month for free. That does not include shipping, tax, all that good stuff. Or the 12x16 for 50% off. So that is awesome. Now this is so cute. After we're done with this, I am going to seal it with a coat of Mod Podge, and then I'm going to put the Crackle on. I don't know if you have to seal it, but I just want to make sure that the transfer does well. And I might just put the crackle around it. But I think I'm just going to put it over top. See how quick and easy this is? And I got them turned the wrong way. You guys can't even see them. Let's put this cute little butterfly on here. I should have switched the butterflies. I should have put the little one on here and put this big one over here. Let's see, this one is flying that way. This one is flying this way. Now I'll put this one right here. It's almost going off the edge. And I'm just doing the coat of Mod Podge just to seal my transfer in. There's number 1 cute little bunny, number 2, and they look good just the way they are right now. We don't even have to do anything with them. But I wanted to do the crackle on there. You get another thing. Sometimes the Mod Podge glues itself shut. Don't have a little brush, so I am going to use this big brush. I'm just going to put a nice thin coat of Mod Podge on here. Nothing major, just to seal it in. Making sure I get all the way around. Because you guys know me, I accidentally forget to do the sides. And this will dry real quick, and then we can apply our top coat with the 2-step crackle from Pen Art. I got mine from Etsy, but I cannot remember the name of the place where I got it. The name is escaping me. I have to get a little bit more Mod Podge out. Oh, Carlene, thank you. Tomorrow's the first day of spring. Absolutely. And this year has flown by. I mean, I don't even know how it can be March. Yeah, sometimes the start of spring falls on my birthday. My brother and I were born a day apart, 17 years apart. He was so hoping that I was going to be born on his birthday. And I'm like, no, I'm on my own birthday. I think we are good. Now let's dry these up. I appreciate the stars, the hearts, the sprinkling. You guys are amazing. Got a little piece of glitter that I just Mod Podge down. I don't know where that piece of glitter came from, but it is down. Down for the count. So now we have our Mod Podge down. We are good. Everything is dry. I'm going to dry this one more, a little bit more. I am going to sand over it real quick. I always like to give it a quick sand. And like I said, this says 120, but I've used it so much that it is probably not even 120 anymore. Get these out of the way. So, and I don't have a big brush to use for the I'm gonna have to use these two because I have not washed my brushes. And this is the Pent Art 2-step fine line crackle. You apply one first, dry it really good, better walk away, let it dry for a couple of hours, and then you can apply number 2. And this is like a really big brush to use. I know I should use this skinnier brush, a thicker brush, but I need to wash brushes. It's not going to take too long to do this. We got this. And even if we only get one done, you'll be able to see what it looks like over the whole surface. So we will be good. This goes on milky, and then it will dry clear. And I like that it goes on milky so that we can see where we have been, where we need to. Don't overwork it. I have a habit of going over top of it again, and we don't need to. We just need one thin coat. No need in overworking it. And this crackle will look like porcelain. It will look like, you know, what's called crazing, when you have old porcelain that is crackling. That's what it will look like. You see how that is milky? It will dry clear. And I do have good control with this little brush, so it's not too bad that I am using a little brush. And we still have time. We'll be done before Tammy goes on the Essential Stencil page. She will be on at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Have you guys looked at the reels on my, what's that, crafting treasures, on my thrifting treasures? What do you think? Do you like them? Would you like to see some more of those? What reels would you like to see? I am trying to get better at the reels. Those postcards I have not seen. I'm 100% sure those are replicas, but they are absolutely gorgeous. If you had a chance to look. Tomorrow I will reveal what the back side of the postcards look like, or maybe I might put it on tonight, but I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Because the side where you do the writing and add the stamp looks really cool too. And there's this one. I'll check comments here in just a second. Try not to overwork it. Thin coat, do not overwork it. That's what I got to keep telling myself. Do not overwork it, Ann. And then once everything is dry and we have the crackles in here, I will use the Dark Kills wax. You can use eyeshadow. I just don't have any. I don't use eyeshadow, so I use the Dark Kills wax. And it has worked good for me in the past to bring out the crackle. Now this stuff is very sticky. If it sticks to your finger, it is sticky. Alright, we're done with that. And the amber looking one, you can even use your finger to put that on. You don't have to have a brush. The postcards are amazing. They are just, let me just get them real quick while we wait. Gotta wait for that to dry anyway. They had more, but I wished I would have brought them all, but I couldn't. I just had to leave some. Look at these. And that's what the back side looks like. Aren't they gorgeous? They are just so vintage looking. You're the first ones to see the other side. I'm trying to see what it says on it. It's something about my heart. It has a little writing on the back. Just little chicks on there. I just love it. Nostalgia. I just love this old stuff. Look how cute these are. And then you would think there'd be chicks on the inside, but nope, there's a little bunny on the inside. Let me put these back up before I get these messed up. I had stuck one in that bird cage behind me. And of course, when you dry these, don't stay on one spot. Keep your heat tool moving. And this was component 1, fine line crackle. If you want a link for that, let me know and I'll see where I got it from. I do not get any commission or anything off of that. But I will gladly pass that link on to you. I know Decor Central used to have it, but they don't have it at the moment. Miss Melissa Bradshaw might have a link, because I think I got it at the same place that she is getting hers from. Alright, let's see if we are dry. I got a couple of places here that look like they could dry a little bit more. I'm just fanning it so that I can get the get it cooled off. I'll wait a little bit longer. I'm gonna go over it one more time. Let's chat. What would you do with those postcards? And do you have any from, you know, your grandma? I don't have any from, I've collected postcards. I've got a whole stash of postcards from like vacation that I received from family members or that I've picked up from vacation. So I have a whole, I might have to show you one day, with different towns and places. And I've got some old ones in there. You could tell by the way they were made. All right, I think we are good. Now we can put our other crackle on here, our second step. Told you it was sticky. And this is component part 2. This is the ember looking stuff. And you can put that on with your hand. But I'm not. And definitely don't overwork this stuff. The thicker you put it on, the longer it will take to dry. Alright friends, what you been working on? Miss Carlene, how much snow do you still have? See how shiny this is? That's what's going to give us the crackle when it dries. I can't believe that everybody got so much snow. Don't worry about me. Oh, bless his heart. Those are special cards. You painting a planter box? You gotta send me some pictures. Yeah, Carlene is ready for spring. She's ready to plant the garden. Pamela's already got all kinds of seedlings started from seeds. The beans are already 6 inches tall, and we're waiting on the weather to get better so that they can go outside. She's been putting them outside sheltered, but it's not stopped freezing here yet, so we can't put them in the ground. But they gotta acclimate themselves from the inside to the outside, so she's got them sitting out there enjoying some sunshine. Here's our second little bunny. And when we dry it, the crackle will appear. I will see it. If I just made a mess. I will see it before you guys will see it. And that is magic. Once that dries and you see the crackle appear. Oh my Lord, that is so much fun. If you have not tried this crackle out, I can only tell you to try it. The more you use it, the better you will get at it. It is a little bit of a learning curve, but it's nothing that's not fixable. And you know, crackles are not all the same. If you have old porcelain, it doesn't crack all the same. You have bigger cracks, little cracks. Some places don't have any cracks or crazing. So it's okay if it's not uniform. That's what I like about distressed pieces. They are not uniform. They have stories to tell. Like I tell you, they have stories to tell. And please keep my mother-in-law in your prayers. She's been having a rough time. She's got scarring on her lungs from the pneumonia. Now they think that she might have an autoimmune disorder, and she'll either get oxygen or inhaler. Well, she didn't need the oxygen, and they're going to send her to get some more testing. She's had more testing done in the last few months than she probably has had in her life. 11 degrees. Oh my goodness. Green grass appeared. Alright, let's see how we did on here. We'll find out. How we'll see some good crackling happening. Got 5 minutes. It's gonna have to crackle in 5 minutes. I can see the crackling happening. It's a happening. That is so exciting when you see that crackle happen. I'm going to hold this one up here in a minute to see if you guys can see it. It is very faint. And using a fan would probably be better than heat. But there's some fantastic crackling happening. I don't know if you guys can see it, if the camera will pick it up or not. I have to wait until it shows. There's a delay. You can see a little bit on the top. I am going to get my little fan out and blow it a little bit with my fan. Got a little handheld fan here. That way it will not be hot. It is better for drying purposes. This is going to be so cute. And again, some crackled more than others. Real good. And it's just a little handheld fan I got off of Amazon. If anybody is interested, that's what it is. And it's just nice to have it brain not working, to not have it hot. That's my big box of makeup sponges. I'm hoping the crackle will show up. I have to get it into the cracks for the crackle to show up. I don't see no crackle showing up yet. I'll do better with my finger. Feels like I have more control with my finger than I have with the... You can see the crackles on the bunny really good. On the brown, of course, it will not show up really well on the brown background. have to get some eyeshadow for my daughter in a different color and put it on here. You can see it on the bunny. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. You basically just let it sit and then buff it out. See if you guys can see it on the bunny. And it probably would be better if I'd use a different tone than a brown on brown. But I didn't want it to be overpowering either. And you can see it on the bunny really good. It just gives it a little extra texture. You can see it good. I'm not always organized. Nope. I try to be. When you hold, you can see it. It's just very faint, and I love that. I love that look. I'm going to let it sit and buff it out some more, but you can see the cracks on it. It just gives it that aged look. I mean, if you look at the difference, well, this one is shiny, but if you look at the difference between the two, and I know the light is not helping very much. That ring light. I will hold it up here in a minute and see which one didn't I do. I have not done this one. I'm going to hold them up, move the phone up, and then I hold it up. And it also, the brown will ages it, because if you notice before it was more of a cream color, now it is more like the sepia look. And again, I am going to buff this out some more. I might even apply a second coat to it. Put a little bit more on here. That in the cracks and crevices. And like I said, I have much more control with my finger than with a tool. Let's go get over here a little bit more. And that's what I'm going to do. I am going to go back over on all of them, because I think that second coat really helped. Let me go back over this one real quick. Yeah, the second coat is really helping. So put it on once and then go over it again. And let me hold it up this way. Maybe it will show up better. so calming and joyful to watch. Trying to hold it to where the ring light doesn't reflect. And you see the little crackles on the bunny? And it does make a difference. Let me see if I turn this off for a second. Let me see if you can see it better. Yeah, there you can see the crackle. You can see it. And it does look better with a second coat on it. So let me do this one a second coat real quick. And again, you can use eyeshadow, you can use other wax pastes. Tells you on the bottle what is good to use. And if you want to seal it, you need to seal it with a solvent-based sealer. But this is our 3 little bunnies we made today. Okay, which one sits in the middle? He sits in the middle. And see, that's why I done the flowers on opposite sides. To just kind of mix it up so that they will not all look the same. And then if you want to, you can add a lamb in the middle. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me get out our blessings card for today. And it is Ephesians 6:10. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Give God your weakness and he will give you his strength. Don't we all need God's strength? Sometimes we cannot stand on our own 2 feet, but the Lord holds us up so we can stand in his strength. Ephesians 6:10. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Give God your weaknesses and he will give you his strength. I will leave you with that thought. And Miss Bonnie, I hope you are feeling better. And I pray that all of you will have a blessed rest of the week. We are going to be on 10:30 Saturday for Soulfilled Saturday, and that's all Eastern Standard Time. And I hope to see you then. Hop over to the Essential Stencil page to see Miss Tammy. And if you need anything from Essential Stencil, WK21 will save you a checkout, and I would so greatly appreciate it if you use my code. Thank you so much, and you have a blessed evening. I am going to turn you down so you can see the beautiful bunnies. And I will turn this off.